Republican Congressman Jim Jordan, the chair, of course, of the House Judiciary Committee, probably thought he was walking into a nice, friendly interview this past weekend with Fox News host Maria Bartiromo, but it turns out that Bartiromo had other intentions, because as soon as Jim Jordan got to that set, Maria Bartiromo actually ripped him to shreds for conducting an investigation for more than a year now into President Biden, and of course, repeatedly coming up empty-handed. Here's what happened. Maria Bartiromo just asked Jordan point blank, look, at this point, American citizens are asking, what can you do about it? Look, with all due respect, people are sick and tired of congressional investigations that go nowhere. People are sick and tired of letters being written and sent to the people who we know are bad in the first place. They want you to do something about it. You're an elected official. What can you do to right these wrongs? Now, before I get to Jim Jordan's pathetic little response here, let's go ahead and take apart what Maria Bartiromo said. She said people are sick of this. Well, no, they're actually not. Polls actually show that a majority of people in this country do want Donald Trump prosecuted, by the way, which that's what led her into this. Like, Trump's being prosecuted, Biden's not, is how she prefaced it. So majority of people do support that. Majority of people do not support the ridiculous hearings and investigations going nonstop into President Biden. So she's wrong on the facts of the case. She's also like, you're just sending letters to these people. Well, of course he's just sending letters to these people, Maria. He has no jurisdiction over them. He has no control over them. He can't do a damn thing. Which, of course, leads me to Jim Jordan's response. Well, we've passed legislation out of the committee that would help remedy this situation, particularly the one in New York, that the president or vice president can move a case to federal court from when you do these state prosecutors who are going after someone for a political reason. So we're a legislative branch. We can't put anyone in jail. And I don't think the Biden administration, their DOJ, is going to go after the people who need to go after. You're just not going to get that from Merrick Garland. We can't prosecute anyone. Only the DOJ can. And frankly, the Biden DOJ is just not going to do it. Well, interesting point. Technically doesn't answer her question, though. You've been doing this for over a year. Your investigation is going nowhere. You have found nothing. Now, to her credit, as horrible as she is as a person and a Fox News anchor, Maria Bartiromo has been fairly outspoken while confronting these Republicans like Jim Jordan about how they're wasting everybody's time. And the problem that they have is that they came out in the beginning and made these big lofty promises like, we're going to take him down. We're going to get Hunter. We're going to get Joe. We're getting the whole Biden family tree, right? Well, you got nothing. Like, you have less than nothing. What you've actually done is basically exonerated President Biden from any claims of wrongdoing. So thank you for that, by the way. But Jim Jordan also did, in that last part of the statement, exactly what I predicted would happen. Now, if you'll think back, for the last few weeks, James Comer, the chair of the House Oversight Committee, has been walking back his claims that we're going to impeach Biden, and instead has now been talking about sending criminal referrals to the DOJ. When that first came out, I said there's a very specific reason he's doing this. He's not doing it because the DOJ can prosecute. He's doing it because he knows he has nothing, and he's going to send the DOJ nothing. And when the DOJ doesn't prosecute nothing, they can say, well, look, the DOJ's protecting him. And that's exactly what Jim Jordan did right there in that last statement, right? Frankly, the Biden DOJ is just not going to do it, he said. And they're going to turn that into a political thing. But the reason the DOJ is not going to do it is because there's nothing to do, right? Like, you go into your kitchen and you're like, I'm not going to wash the dishes. I knew you were lazy. Well, no, because there's no dirty dishes to wash. That's what this is. The DOJ's not prosecuting him. Yeah, because you didn't find any crimes. But that is the talking point they're going to stick with. And based on Maria Bartiromo's response, it's not going to sit well with Republicans either.